Okay, hi everyone, I'm back with another page kit share. I really don't know which one this is, so I'll just name them as I go along in the editing process. But this one is gonna be a picture of my nephew. His name's Noel. It's a handsome little guy. And I am gonna use, this is the stuff that I picked out to use. Firstly, I picked out these paper clips. I don't know if I'm gonna end up using them. I pulled out these papers from Lucky Charm. I was thinking of using this as the base, this striped paper. And then I have a bunch of scraps. I have this arrow and this blue polka dot. And then I have some 4x6 papers and some other scratches. This is a heart pattern that I really like. I figured I would use them as layering pieces, something like that. I don't know yet, but he is definitely gonna look into the layout, because if I put him on this side, then he's just gonna look out of the layout, and I want him to kind of have his eyes help you maybe look into the picture, maybe this way. I'm not too sure yet. But 4x6 journaling, and then I was trying to use this as a matting or layering pieces. I kind of like the look of that. That looks nice. This one was going to be a layering piece, and so was this other one. So I'm not too sure yet how I'm going to layer them or if I'm going to use them, but I decided to use these strips too. And then this final one right here, it says hello, my name is, and I might use that, I might not end up using it. And then I have some Lucky Charm stickers. I don't think these are from Lucky Charm, but I have them and I like the little hearts that are in here. So I think I'm going to end up using the hearts for this one. There's one heart, and then there's these photo corners and another heart.
Are you talking to the video?
Yes, I'm talking to the video. I'm sharing my kit. I wanted to use some of these buttons and maybe that mustache for sure. And then I have some other elements like the arrows or the chevrons. And then I have them also in color in case I want to use any of those. Maybe I like the horse. Yeah, that's what I'm going to use. So we'll see how this ends up. Also thinking of using Stuck Sketches sketchbook compilation. This is from Laura Whitaker, and she set it up as a PDF. And I like using sketches, and there's plenty to choose from, especially like right now. I really don't want to think about what I want to scrapbook, but I know that I want to do a page. And so this is the easiest thing for me to do, is just to have them ready. Because if I start looking through Pinterest, I also know I'm going to get lost in the Pinterest world. This is the layout that I'm thinking of using. It is from October 1st, 2013. And that's the awesome thing about layouts, is they really don't go out of style. I like the general shape. I might not put butterflies, but I can put other elements, and the design is already thought up for me. And I did it double-sided so that all her layouts are here, and they're all from when she started, I guess when she started Stuck Sketches, all the way to the end and up until the last one that she created, which was on the 15th of March. According to the PDF. So that's the one that I'm going to use today. If I need anything else, I'll pull it out during the video, but I'll let you know what it is. So I'm just going to get on with the video. Thanks for watching. So I did end up using this scrap, and I split it in half because I thought I was going to use both sets of chevrons. I only ended up using one, and I split that one in half. So I don't really mind that, because I can always use that other piece of scratch paper in with the rest of the Lucky Charm collection. I keep all my scraps together in a like a plastic folder, polymer folder, where it has the paper pad, because that's usually what I buy. And I keep all my scraps, or the cut aparts that I had cut up, any extra pieces of scrap that I have left over from other previous layouts or anything like that, and I put them back into that folder. I did cut out the circle elements, and I don't have the sketch in front of me. I suppose it did have circles. Yes, it did. But it didn't have it had butterflies, and I only end up using one in the end in my layout. I said I was going to use the green paper. I don't end up using it. I did mat my picture with some white cardstock, or the other side of a pattern paper. And then I did use that pink because I feel like it brought out the color better. And with it being a lot of dark blue, I kind of wanted to break up those two colors. I didn't want a patterned dark navy blue with his navy blue shirt without breaking it up in the middle. I was gonna mat it exactly like on top or centered, but I ended up liking the way it fell on the while I was inking all the paper, and so I kind of just glued it on askew. Here I am using half of the chevron arrow that I wanted to use. The sketch did call for something on both ends of the layout, I believe, or only on one side. But either way, I did use the sketch as an influence, as a starting point, and that really helped me get going. I stuck pretty close to the layout too as well, so it wasn't, or the sketch, I'm sorry, it wasn't that big of a stretch. Here you can see that the blue paper is a little bit too long. I do end up cutting it. I edited that out of the video. You don't get to see that. And I'm using this tape runner to put together all these things. I can take it apart. It's not that permanent if I had just put some on. But I am also trying to use up these little glue sticks that I keep finding because I bought some sort of mixed media kit and they had a couple of glue sticks in there. I didn't feel like this flag was going to have enough weight in relation to the other pieces of paper, and so I decided to add a second flag. And like I said, I don't have the sketch in front of me, so I can't recall if it needed or if it called for 2 page flags there. I wanted to mimic or to kind of close in the layout by adding the other half of the chevron, and here I'm pretty decided on my paper layers. I was using the tape runner a bit too much, and so I decided to switch to the paper tape because I have a whole bunch of that stuff too. So I'm trying to use up my stuff, you know, within reason so that I don't use up stuff or use more of my materials that I have more of than the others that I don't. I don't hope that made sense. So I inked all my stuff with the distressings from Tim Holtz, and this one was the vintage photo. It went really well because a lot of the papers from this Lucky Charm are kind of distressed, and so I wanted to give it that look, but I really liked the way that I inked it. It made it more cohesive and it made the photo actually stand out. So in the sketch it called for butterflies on the 3 circles, and I didn't end up using any but for one small butterfly sticker. And I did end up bringing some wood veneer out for a different texture. I do have this big end that I painted, and I painted twice over because the blue was too bright. It wasn't dark enough. And then I kind of spoke to my husband about it, and he's like, that big end is detracting from the photo because it's competing with his blue shirt. So I said, yeah, I looked at it. It stayed overnight. I know that this was a process of like 2 days or something, and so I took it off. In taking it off, I ripped up the striped paper that the whole background is, and so I had to use a different craft colored paper, and you'll see it at the end. I did pull out some Amy Tangerine stickers from the sticker books, and here's the finished product. You can see the close-ups. I did end up using those chipboard chevrons that you see there, and extra Dear Lizzie stickers from that pack that I showed in the beginning. I ended up using buttons too, which was an extra for me, and I date stamped it with some white ink. I didn't put string through all the buttons because it was just beginning to be too much, but I did end up doing it for that one. And another chipboard one. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.